morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another day in the market. It is time to get these Fed speakers cooking. We are going to be getting Neil Kashkari today at, I believe, 11 a.m., 11:30, somewhere around there. Let's see. 11:30 a.m. We're going to be getting Neil Kashkari. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys are all off to a strong start this morning. We are getting that move down in bond yields that I have been expecting. With what TMF is looking like right now in the pre-market, it does look like we're going to have a chance to hit my first TP today if we hold down here and sell, or not sell, but there's a little bit more bond buying. Again, we do have a lot of these bond auctions coming up this week, so that could kind of screw around with what's going to happen with these bond yields here, but it'd be nice to hit that first TP before we get into all of the bond yield craziness. Then Koru again here indicated a little bit lower in the pre-market. The Chinese markets, the Asian markets as a whole were coming down a little bit last evening. But team, we've got a lot of tickers to keep looking at over here. It is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat if you guys would like to say good morning to me as well. I'd love to receive some good mornings. If you guys are new to the live chat, make sure you guys let that be known. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the stream on the way in. Helps out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to more people. Cost you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot. Let's do our little bit of a roll call and then go through the tickers and any news that we have to before the market opens here and get prepared for the day. How about that? We get those swing kings going again. I know Tor, shout out to Tor from the mastermind. He closed out his first put credit spread the other day or yesterday, I believe. For about a 95% gain. The fact that you guys are coming in here and just taking this information and using it to benefit yourselves is exactly what I want to see. And it's awesome to see that every single day out of you guys. But let's see here. Oh my Lord, we got a lot of people in here today. What's up, team? We got Tor, Dr. Bob, Pepe, Daily Taylor, Samuel, Boric, Starsky, David, Ambitious Trader, Romeo, Eddie, Incognito, Nate, A, Todd, Craig, Muhammad. Good morning, everybody. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Oh, yields are coming down a little more. I mean, if we do hit that level in the pre-market, which is possible here, and it hasn't moved yet, and I probably won't be able to get a fill on it in the, yeah, I won't be able to. Won't be able to get a fill on it in the pre-market. The spreads are too wide, but if yields can hang out down in here, obviously we'll get this take profit here. And this goes to show everybody, I know everybody, a lot of people in here that are especially new, want to just come in here and have some cookie cutter thing that they can put onto the market and try and day trade their way to success. And I'll tell you guys right now, that's not going to work for you. You can keep trying to do it, but again, you're probably going to have the same performance that you're doing. You have to understand all of the intricate things happening in the market in order to best position yourself for success. I say this all the time, and you guys see it play out time and time again. I want you guys, you got to make sure you have that information in order to have long-term success. You're not going to, you're never going to have success. Well, there's a lot of things, especially with you guys trading small accounts. You absolutely should be swing trading more than you're day trading. You should be not out here trying to take alerts. You obviously shouldn't be trading Forex unless it's swinging. There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about today. It's going to be a spicy day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited. This is great, though. I was getting a little bit worried about yields in this trade here, just kind of going into auctions this week. I mean, I was talking to Ralph about it and some other people, but I mean, I held all of it. Again, once I set up a trade, I have the thesis for it. There's really nothing left for me to do besides let it play out. So we're going to see what happens here. I mean, I'm about 20 cents away of what it's indicating right now in the pre-market on TMF for hitting that first TP. Those shares are up about 7%. And the other thing too, guys, I mean, a lot of you guys think that you need options in order to have these like crazy gains in the market. You don't. Most of my gains from the last month when we went up, what, 20% ish, 21, 22. We're from shares. I mean, obviously we have that 535% SLV silver trade, but again, that wasn't the full position. And even if I was risking 1%, I mean, that would have only given me what, five out of the 20. So, I mean, the ACB there was a massive one. 1 to 16 risk to reward on that thing. You're doing better with shares than option. I know, guys. Whoa, yields are coming down. I love this. Again, there's a lot of things that people think that they know about the market. Oh yeah, we're like 10 cents away from this first TP on TMF here. So if we can hold down here going into market open, it does look like I'm going to hit that first TP. I mean, what's the risk to reward on it? It's nothing crazy. It's probably like 1 to 2.5. Yeah, 1 to 2.5 to the first TP. The second one is what? 1 to 4. Next one is 1 to 7.5. So we'll see what happens with these yields. Yeah, I try to help you guys, lead you guys in the right direction. I mean, you guys have seen it with Swing Kings and all the success that we've been having over there. It's up to you if you wanna take advantage of all the great things that we all. Yeah. So I mean, my TP on T, I think it's like, yeah, it's 48.45. So we're like 10 cents away now. But I've just been kind of watching the 10-year here, just seeing how this has been performing. I mean, we called this one out with the dollar, with everything going on, with kind of how the market just likes to pendulum swing. We've seen a lot of that, and we're probably going to kind of come to the end of what we're seeing here with this yield move pretty soon, depending on what happens with the auctions today. So again, these are things you guys have, and again, this is the other thing too. I know I say that these are things that you guys absolutely have to know in order to have success. But if you don't understand some of the things that I'm saying, guys, the reason why I'm here is to answer your guys' questions, to make sure that you guys have those tools. So if I start talking about something like macro related or the dollar, how it's affecting markets and things like that, just ask questions. I mean, you guys heard me on the Twitter space yesterday when that one guy, I mean, I don't have a problem with his thesis about like, oh, Apple. But he did think that the market was moving up because of what happened with Apple earnings. I disagree. If you were to see the market moving up based on Apple earnings, well, you would then have to see Apple continuing to move up after they reported their earnings. So it really can't be Apple. And one of the only reasons why Apple actually went up when they reported their earnings is because they initiated the largest share buyback in history. If you look at where the majority of gains in the markets have come from over like the last 15, 20 years, it's really been inflation and buybacks. Because you're decreasing the amount of supply in the market. So that's what was happening there. And it really wasn't enough of a move to continue sending markets higher. So what actually was it? Well, I talked about this a little on the space, but we can go through it again. Well, when we came into this year with the market, guys, everybody was pricing in like 6 or 7 rate cuts. Now that was a bit aggressive, and we were able to make some nice money on some of those, some of that TMF. Stop it, Daily Taylor. Some of those, the TLT and TMF trades, when we went from like sub 85 all the way up to 100. All right, so we got that nice move, and then once we started to see that hot inflation data, the market swung all the way back and priced in not 6 or 7 cuts, but really one, and some sources were actually pricing in the possibility for a rate hike. So it's a pendulum swing. The market's going to overreact to things that are happening. Now, if you get even a sniff of decent data, well, the market's going to move back. Did I miss the Forex speech? No, but I might make a Instagram video about that and Twitter video. It's coming. We're going to make a lot more of these educational videos for you guys. And when, again, these streams aren't available to everybody in the public and they're just for the course members at the end of this month, we're going to make a lot of videos on that too. Right? We have so many video ideas ready to go for you guys. I might start making them soon. So when those markets start to swing back and you see that sniff of decent data where you see low GDP, unemployment creeping higher, what you then have to look for is CPI and PPI next week. Toga. Yep. So then the other thing you have to think about too, guys, is, well, if you're looking at oil prices and how much of an effect that those have on CPI. See, I wish more people understood this. I could sit here all day long and clickbait the living shit out of all of you and do all the stuff that all these other dum-dums are out there doing, trying to sell. Like I want to make sure that you guys have the correct information. And sorry for the language there, but it's so when we look at this, all right, so you have oil coming down, you could easily see our inflation data going back to the downside. So then what does that do? Well, rate cut expectations come back to the upside, and it'll probably balance around an expectation of 1 to 2 rate cuts this year. Now, that doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, guys. I'm not saying, and this is the important part in the distinction that you have to make. It's not about what's actually going to happen. It's about what the overall market is going to price in. So if the market is pricing in 6 or 7 rate cuts and then it moves back down, but that's a little bit of an over assumption, well, then obviously you could see it move back to whatever the market should be pricing in general based on the data. Yes, if this, then that. Exactly. Yields moving down here is good. Oh, there goes Koru a little. All right, there we go. Yeah. Oh, we're already looking good today. All right, so Koru's at 865. My first TP on Koru is 9. I got that at 8, so that would be a really good one there. TMF, I'm like 6 cents away in the pre-market. So if we can hang on for like 20 minutes until open and I can get that fill, I'll be able to go risk-free on the TMF. I'm not selling a big amount of that trade. I'll probably be getting out of like 25% of it and then holding the rest of it with stops at break even. The Koru, if we get up to here, I'll probably sell half. And then the next target on this thing's going to be up at these highs. That's what I'm looking for out of these trades. But I mean, I do have a little alert here on the 10-year just to have it. It's just these highs. Nothing crazy, but it is moving down ahead of these auctions. I like this. I don't think they'll fill me in the pre-market, though. Yeah, 3 cents away now. There's no way I can get that fill, though. I might be able to. I could try. Like, if it goes above and the bid steps up higher, I will ditch it in the pre-market. So I'll be watching that over here. Just see what the, actually, I want to do this, actually. I need to delete. Actually, no, I don't want to do that because if it opens, I want it to hit. Yeah, there it is right there. All right, the bid is 1 penny away. 2 pennies. I might try it right now and then just set the order back up. I might try to ditch it in the pre-market here. Let me see if I can do it. I should be able to. Yeah, I definitely can. Yeah, definitely can. Hold on, I just got to be quick enough. Come on. Boom. Got it. Got it. There we go. Got my scale out on TMF there. There we go. It was nothing. It was like a quarter. Not even, I don't think. That was basically just to take something off and then just leave it. Oh, I moved it. Oh, whoops. There's just no volume. All right, we'll see. Kashkari must not be in a good mood to dump the market this morning. Quotes coming. Well, no, Kashkari speaks at 11. Kashkari speaks at 11. Whoops. All right, let's see. All right, now we can do this. All right, cool. All right. Headlines are coming through this morning. Walter in zero hedge. Oh, what do we have? Also, guys, make sure you guys keep smacking that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot with the algos over here. Ooh, I got to do that in the big account too. That I can't. That I have to wait for though until open. Moving market. No, I didn't. No, I'll have to wait in the big account to do it though. I won't be able to do it in this one. There will not be enough to get me out. What happened to GME? Where's GME? I don't know. It's just moving. People are going to fly around into this thing and get burned. I'm telling you right now. Every time they're going to get burned. All right. So next TP on the TMS is going to be like 51. Let's see. Ooh, that's not good. Can we talk about GME on the daily? Well, the daily looks horrendous. We wouldn't touch that at all. We would not touch that at all. 0% chance we would touch that. Unless you want to, like, lose massive orders on GME. Yeah, I mean, they can talk all they want about the nonsense, but it's not going to... They're not doing anything on it. Cool. Good morning, Caesar. How you doing, buddy? All right, guys. So other tickers I'm looking for today, Google. I might do something with this one. See if we can catch a nasty little trade there. What else? What else? Yeah, but what are the Kashkari quotes? I thought he was talking at 11. I don't even see it. Ralph, can you send me the? Oh, 2 minutes ago. What's he doing? He's coming on early. All right. Wow, we have a lot of Kashkari quotes. Whoa, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we have says housing resilience raises questions about neutral rate. Possible that the housing market resilience mean the neutral rate has been pushed higher, at least in the short term. He says I'm modestly raised neutral. All right, hold on. Hard to explain the robustness of economic activity. It's pretty easy when you print all that money. Question: Fed faces if disinflation still underway. Well, it's true, but we'll find out next week, bud. Fed must set policy based on short-run neutral rate. Interesting. You feel like it might be a prepared statement? I think it is too. Jackie, good morning. Yeah, and I know a lot of you guys are sending. Shout out to Jackie. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are sending me these messages about like all these accounts messaging you guys. There's literally nothing that I can do about the fake accounts. Like zero. There's hundreds of them out there. Like, you guys know the deal and what my real accounts actually are. It's my actual Short the VIX one Twitter, the STV Swing Kings account for all of you guys taking advantage of the dirtiest swing trades I'm handing out to you guys. And then what do you call it? And then Twitter and TikTok and Instagram are both Short the VIX one. All right, let's see. Tessie, I'm also interested in, but I want this to flatline into the end of the week. This needs a little more time. It needs a little bit more time. Let's see. Oh, so you aren't going to be making those massive crypto returns? No, guys. Again, I hate to say it this way. But if you fall for stuff like that, it's on you. Like, it seriously is. Like, you should not be randomly sending money to people after you hear me all day long talking about like teaching you guys the skills that you need for long-term success, and then oops, there's a random account messaging you that they're going to double your crypto. Like, come on now. Baba retesting. Yeah, the Baba sells yesterday were awesome. So on Baba, that's fine with me. Remember, I made this free this day, I believe, on Thursday. Held it through here, ended up selling above 82, which was nasty. Almost a top tick at this point yesterday. You guys saw that one on the stream. So then all I really can do now is just wait, because the whole thesis with that is to be able to make the trade free and hold it through earnings. So here's how the Baba trade works now. I did the math. I either make 65% on the total trade if the remaining position I have on it goes to zero, or it blows earnings out of the water and I make some more money. That's really what it is right now. All right, ES moving a little higher there. That's nice. I'd love to see Koru try and make an attempt at 9 today. Yeah, that would be aggressive on it to get all the way up here, but it could do it. You never know. The Forex promos? Yeah, dude, screw that. Screw that. Is Boeing really sending a manned rocket into space? I wouldn't trust that, man. I would not trust a Boeing plane. Hey, Boeing, I hear the IRS knows about all your nonsense. You should, go do stuff about that. Sorry, that was a tough joke to make. I'm sorry. Sorry. It was right there, though. It was right there. Tassie, I'm still interested in. Google as well. ES looking pretty solid in the pre-market. You're just thrilled that your Rivian trade is going according to plan, dude. I wanted Rivian so bad, I just couldn't get myself to take it with earnings today. Yeah, I couldn't get myself to take this. I mean, I liked this break. This was like one of the bottom fishing things I look for. Now that's more feel. So you thought it was funny? Yeah, I mean the bottom. You guys will see me do it sometimes, like the TMF, the Koru. Some of those I'll go Biddy, DRV. Like some of those I'll not front run, but I'll bottom fish them. It's a little bit more feel there, but they're all based on like a macro thesis. Like it's not like, ooh, look, stock going up off bottom. Like that's a terrible way to do it. Any chance Palantir getting under 20? I hope so, man. I hope so. That'd be great. I hope so. Give me more shares. But yeah, Daily Taylor, you're going to be very, very, very happy with that Rivian this morning. Ralph, we've been talking about the Rivian, dude. Like, wanted it. Wanted it. I couldn't get myself to do it before earnings. It just didn't make sense to me. But Daily Taylor, you hit it. You hit it big time, up 9%. What do you have on it? Do you have shares or options? VRT broke highs pre-market. That I am interested in. Yeah, so the break yesterday, I would have taken this above here. I didn't add anything new yesterday. I was just managing the positions that I had, and I wanted to see how the market reacted. I do think, though, it is possible that the market does trade up into here, this 52.40 area before getting some resistance back down. You risk less than 1%. That's fine. I mean, you crushed it there. You're going to probably make 5-10% on your account for it. Caesar got Rivian at 9. I mean, guys, we were talking about it. What is it, 952? Perfect. You guys have been doing great. Like, the fact that you guys are able to take advantage of these trades sometimes without even me saying anything just goes to show how powerful the education is. I absolutely love seeing you guys do this. Grabbed some Google shares yesterday at close, looking nice pre-market. There you go. That one I am interested in today, but Google's one that personally I would trade options on just because the chain's going to be all right. But shares, again, if you're going for the clean risk to reward, you're all set to go. And again, we haven't talked about it yet this morning, but remember the 50% off sale to All My Education is ending at the end of the month. And that's also when these streams are going to just transition into 2 times per week for all of you guys in the courses. And no more public streams. So it's going to give me a lot more time to make a bunch more content for you guys, YouTube videos, shorts, get a lot more stuff out for you guys in VIX Insights, Twitter threads, everything. So again, you guys are interested in taking advantage of that deal while it still lasts. I mean, you guys see the testimonials in here every day on my Instagram, on the site. Like, you can't go wrong. I'm also always available to make sure I'm answering any of your guys' questions. And I know Todd can attest to that. I'm always in there. And Tor as well, all of you guys. When you guys have questions, I'm always accessible to you. And it's a one-time fee. It's not monthly. I feel like people think it's monthly. It's not monthly. It's one time. You got Boeing puts yesterday before the launch was scrubbed. What's Boeing doing today? I mean, I don't know why you would get puts on this chart, but hey, you'll learn one day. You got a Palantir put for 35 cents as a hedge for your longer dated call. I think it will perform with Sui today. Yeah. Kashkari quote in the DM. What did he do? Monetary policy may not be as restrictive as thought. He's a hawk, but I don't think the market's really reacting to Kashkari here. It doesn't really care because he flip-flops a lot. Like, he'll say things like this and then just flip. So yeah, that link's in the live chat for you guys. Again, you have till the end of the month to take advantage of that 50% off deal, the buy one, get one free. I know Todd was saying yesterday, he already made back like 4 times what the cost of it was. I was like, yeah, it's how that works. You guys pay attention. You're going to have a lot of success. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I see that Kashkari note. I want to see if Koru can do it. If Koru can do it, we'll have some fun. Rivian earnings tonight? Yeah, I'm not going to be touching any of that. Good morning, Vix. What's up, Wrecked Customs? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, it is a desensitized market, mainly to the geopolitics and all your Lebu. Oh, with yields down like this, Lebu should be at what, 114? Come on, give us 114. Come, 111's not bad. I mean, you guys know the deal with this Lebu one. We were talking about this all earlier last week. Like once we got the QRA buyback announcement, we got the Fed slowing down the tapering or slowing down the balance sheet runoff, dollar coming down, yields coming down. I mean, this is just straight risk on here. So those of you guys that were able to grab this one during FOMC, nice, great job. I couldn't get it. I just couldn't get filled. The spreads were too wide. I was being a little picky with where I wanted it. I thought it was 96, but it was right around 97. I should have just market ordered it. That would have been a really, really good trade. So, I mean, the first TP that I have mapped out there is probably around, it's like around that 118, but where you're sitting right now at the 1 to 2.5, I mean, I don't have any problems with you going break even there. If that's what you want to do. I mean, you can do whatever you want. And then Koru, how's that looking? This is still showing 865, but Weeble isn't. Today might send us up over 10% already on the swing account this month. What's the difference between Goog and Google? Voting rights. It has to do with the voting rights. So one of them has more voting rights than the other. I forget which though, but that is the difference between Goog and Google. You still show, yeah, see, you're 1030, my 1130. That's strange. So maybe we got Kashkari out of the way, which is kind of nice because if we can get that out of the way and the market's still holding on here, this thing could still have some fun. I mean, 5240 is kind of where I'm looking for that thing to really start to slow down. So we'll see what happens there. Again, team, make sure you guys are slapping that like button on the way in. Helps out a whole lot with the algorithms over here. Shout out to you guys always coming to these streams. Again, I know some of you guys, I mean, you guys all have the opportunity to hop in there and make sure you still have access to the streams where I'm calling stuff out and doing things. But we are going to have a lot more public content coming out for you guys. Really, I think we're going to be starting that this month. And then we're really going to crank it up after May. There's so many things out there, guys, that people just like, they're just leading you guys to the slaughter. Like I see these things on social media and I'm like, if you guys literally just focused on the simple stuff that I teach you how to execute, you'd be so much better off. Like you guys see it, like you guys' performance going from like trying to scalp 1 minute candles, going to taking those longer time frame setups with shares, sometimes even like your performance is a lot better. A lot better. And you guys can share your thoughts too if you want to. Well, let's see. We got, where's Lebu? It's only up 0.5%, which is weird. I would expect them to go a little more risk on, but Lebu has kind of been fighting between following what's going on with yields and what's happening with the overall market. I want to see this thing hit 9. It could do it this week. That'd be fun to get another TP there. What do you recommend for futures? My funded futures. That's what I would recommend for futures. If you guys aren't testing out, that is the best futures prop firm that I've seen right now. If you use code VIX, it'll give you the best deal that they have right now. So for prop firms, that is the one that I would go for. I just threw the link in the live chat for you guys. Oh, what's up, Trey? How you doing? Let's see. But yeah, that is, from what I've seen and all the different rules with the prop firms, that is the one that you guys want to be going for. No tickers? Oh, I only trade ES with futures. I only trade ES. 1 of 1. What's up, buddy? I thought you were asking like which prop firm. My funded futures is the best one. All right, guys. Ding, ding, ding. The market is open. Here we go. Here we go. So Baba is going to hinder some of the games that we have here. I mean, it doesn't really matter because these are already free. Baba down 2.2%. Like the stream team, let's make some money. I mean, I've already done what I really needed to do today with the scale outs. I mean, the swings, guys, I'm telling you, you guys put a heavier emphasis on swings. Oh, you guys are going to have so much more fun trading. Especially for those of you guys that have like 9 to 5 jobs. It just makes so much more sense for you guys to be doing that than trying to pick a random time of the day and force trades. 10-year down. Good morning, Vixen, everyone. Good morning, Benjamin. Yeah, good morning, everybody hopping in. Make sure you guys are tapping that like button. Helps out a whole lot with the algos. Costs you nothing to do it. All right, hold on. ES pushing higher. Ooh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Palantir 21.99 getting close. Dude, I want that thing to sell below 20 so bad. Lebu's coming up for you guys. It's almost setting up again. Also, you know what was setting up again? DJT. It needed a little more time, but yeah, here we go. Here we go, DJT. Come on, buddy. This could give us another cool setup on it. Do you have an open P&L of 43%? Nice. Well, is that on? That might be on what you have open. Google's going. Ah, shit. Thanks. Ah, shoot. I think I'm late on it, man. Yeah, I can't get that now. Well, all right. Those of you guys that are already in Google, good for you. Shoot, I missed it. Damn. That's all right. All right, the Babas are going to hinder us a little here. They haven't updated yet, though. Damn, man. I mean, that's Swing King watch list. I'm not talking about TXN. Let's look at TXN. What's TXN doing? Oh, TXN, another gem from the Swing King watch list. There we go, ladies and dude. These watch lists are fire. Like every week. Last week was PDD. This absolute monster here. Look at this one. Boom. No, I didn't get in with you yesterday on Google. I was waiting for it. So missed that one. So, I mean, two already from that watch list I send you guys every week are just firing off. So there you go. I mean, we do this every week. I feel like it just doesn't stop. But yeah, Google looking really good there. You have Google and TXN. There you go. Yeah, TXN I thought was down in the pre-market, but yeah, TXN looking good. This was the level to break, 179.82. Traded as high as 183.15. I mean, you're kind of hunting for this 185. That's kind of what you're hunting there on TXN. TXNs are up 100%, 1 of 1. There we go, guys. I mean, team. What else do you need? Lebu moving up again. Yeah, I wasn't quick enough on the Google or the TXN. I didn't take that yesterday. I didn't take the Google. Ugh, it's all right. We're still up nice. I mean, what are we at this month so far for gains? Yeah, there go the Baba's hurting a little. Let me see. I need to do it for May. Let's say the 7th. Yeah, 9% this month already. Thank you, brother. No problem, guys. Again, I mean, I can throw that link to the 50% off deal there. You guys see this happen every week. Every week. So that sale ends at the end of the month. There you guys go. TMF screwing around. ES still pushing. This was nasty. I traded the Baba off of it. So this one was mainly like I wanted to have exposure to Baba to the upside. This is already free. So if these contracts go to 0, I'll make 65% total on the trade. Rivian got smacked at open. Well, those of you guys that had it, hopefully you guys were quick enough to get out. Hopefully the option chain wasn't screwing around with you too much. ES coming down a little. Where's Google? I don't know. These could still fail. I mean, Google. Wow, look at that, man. Another gem. Another gem. So, I mean, you could go first TP on Google up here, but if you're up a lot, I mean, do what you got to do. So, I mean, it's up another, what, $3 there? That's fire. Is the watch list in the classes? Just like I say on the site, you gotta, so it's sent by email every single weekend, but if you don't get the emails, make sure you follow at STV Swing Kings on Twitter, request to follow that account, send that account a DM with your email to make sure you've actually hopped into the courses so I can check. And then what do you call it? Then you'll be all in there and then you can just see them on Twitter. Still in, up 100%. Nice. Yeah, so they are emailed to you guys every single weekend, but there is something weird with the email. So that's why I made that private Twitter account for you guys. But that's a good one. TMF screwing around. Where's Koru? Is that thing doing its thing or is it coming back down? 860, not bad. Still in, up 100% right now. On Rivian, nice. Yeah, Tesla's another one that I'm watching. Let's see how Tesla's doing this morning. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So if I'm not able to get the Google or the what was it? Texas Instruments, I'll play what do you call it? I'll try and get some Tesla. Bought Mara 19 call, started the day yesterday, holding for fun over 190%. There you go, Wrecked Customs. Dude, you guys are just money printers now. But yeah, Cole, I know you're in, so make sure you follow that account on Twitter if you don't receive the email, because it's sent out by email every Sunday. But I also send it out on that Twitter account too, the private one. So Label moving down, TMF coming down, Koru, same deal. Oh, let's see. Tessie, I'm very interested in though. Where's Apple? Because Apple's another one that I want to keep coming down. This is going to need like 2 or 3 weeks for me. NVIDIA finally woke up and got out of bed. Where's AMD? Am I no longer poor? Just kidding. It's down 30. It's at 155 though. It's still not back to where I sold the block of 100 shares. That was at like what? It was around 163.30 on the AMD. Let's see. Uh-oh. Dr. Zeno is upset over here that I call out every stock that's about to explode before they do. Uh-oh. Let's see. Swings got your account opening at plus 20%. Seeing even a crayon eater like myself can do it. There you go, Elgene. You're 17, want to get into stuff, but you don't want to pay anyone for courses, and you just understand a lot of things and tips. Well, hey, I mean, again, you're going to learn some things on this stream, but at the end of the day, the stuff that I have is better than anything you're going to see online. You can look at the testimonials. You can look at the feedback from everybody that's taken advantage of it. Yeah, like, again, most people are charging thousands of dollars for that as well. Like, no. Anybody that wants to have access to that stuff can. AMD. Oh, flashed into the green there. That's good. So now I have an additional like 16 grand to play around with. Can I do all this stuff on your phone? Yep. Yep. But again, focus on swings. Most of these people out there are going to be like, ooh, day trade, day trade. It's just increasing the margin for error for you to start failing. That's what most of that is. Like when you start to see everybody talking about like day trade, the reason is, and the reason why people eat it up on social media is because everybody's looking for quick money. Everybody's looking for quick money. If you want long-term consistent gains, well, you have to have a repeatable process to approaching the market. Which honest, like, and the other thing is you have to, if you're going to day trade at all, you have to trade with systems over discretion. Like when I day trade and like you guys see that, I don't just say like it's had like all those winning months in a row. I think it's like 15 or 16 at this point. Like I show you all the trades that have happened with it. And it's never up to me when I take a trade, guys. It never is. It's just the system. With the swings, sometimes I'll get a little bit more discretionary. But remember, I've been doing this since I was 14. reading markets, looking at price action, things like that. So it like I'll have a decent idea of how the giant macroeconomic things are affecting different tickers, which is obviously why we were able to blast this one. TMF, Koru, like in a lot of those others that you've seen, Biddy. So very rarely will I do it, but in this type of market environment, those skills are incredibly useful. You have MetaTrader? Yeah, don't be playing around with any of the Forex nonsense, please. That's just a recipe for failure. AMD pushing up there a little bit. I mean, I still have those covered calls on it. Those are good. Is Google going still? It sold off a little. On? Oh, yeah, On was another one. I might. If we get that break, I may touch it. RTX, brother, from last week's watch list. Oh, is it going now? Finally? That freaking thing? Yeah, I'm probably not touching it. This thing is just taking so long to consolidate. Like, I've tried it a few times. So if I get your course, will it help me into understanding everything and make money by the time you're 18? It will definitely help you understand stuff. But remember, it's not like I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's guaranteed to make you anything because you still have to put in a little bit of work. Like you can ask, let's ask the live chat. Ask if you guys want to respond to IDK's question. Obviously, I'm going to say that yes, you are going to learn a lot of things and you are going to be put in a way better situation than you would previously. But again, it's not really like who cares what I have to say about it. It's more like listen to the people that have taken the courses and had success with them. So like if you guys want to answer IDK's question, go for it. But like again, obviously like remember, like I'll just tell you I'll be biased because I trade this stuff all the time and it works very well and it will not stop working. If he knows how to learn, he will do well. Correct. Strategy is too simple, but it works. Yep. RTX is too whippy. It is. I almost want to just look at this thing on the weekly because remember, I tried to trade this thing on the daily when all I had to look for is this chart on the weekly and we would have been fine. On, I do find interesting here, though. It's still got to get going, though. RTX is definitely too whippy. I don't think I'm going to touch it. I see TikToks of paper trading on MetaTrader, so you think I shouldn't do that? You definitely should paper trade, but you shouldn't be trying to trade with, like, Forex. RTX with shares makes more sense? Yeah, it does. Cole started 2 weeks ago and would have profited, but using paper money, so I'd say it's pretty successful. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You had to practice to adapt the strategy, yeah. But it works. You guys see me do it all the time. So the 50% off deal ends at the end of May, but let's focus up here. Your RTX position is super small, but it wasn't yeah, you would have been out by now. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, where is Tessie? I want to look at Tessie, and then on I do find Tessie's is giving us the setup here. Tessie, so Cole for this right here, I would look for this to consolidate into the 10. Cole, I also nothing against you. I also don't think you've watched the video. Some of the questions that you ask are like repeated many times, like the answers to them in the videos. So I would make sure that you're sitting down and like really paying attention to what's in those videos. But for Tesla here, I'm waiting for this thing to form a better range. And then probably playing it if it can break above 184.66 to the end of the week, at the end of the week. That's what I'm looking for. Dixie right back to 105 again. Up or down? Because the yen shorts came back. Oh, no, down. Because the yen shorts were back this morning. Where are they now? They're still there. Trey, nice job, buddy. IDK, it's so usually they're $2.99 each, but with that 50% off deal, you get both of them for the price of one. Yeah, pretty flat today. Nothing crazy happening. I want to see. I mean, Koru's chilling at 860. That's good from that $8 entry. That's looking good. I want to see that thing trade up to 9. I'll probably sell half of it up there. Let that thing cook. It's just, this market's a little. I do think that we have the ability to trade up to that. What is it? 52.40 right in here. Or no, it's right here. Google's back to where? Like down? Nah, Google's back up. Morrow says he was one of the first ones to get in, and they are good. Thanks, Morrow. Appreciate that, buddy. Make sure you're all hitting the like button. Oh, thanks, Trey. Appreciate that, man. Google's looking fire. Not gonna lie. I mean, I can throw an alert up here, just watch it for you guys. But I mean, this was the level that I wanted it at. It's just gapped a little. I mean, the 5-minute opening range break trade would have been fun, but you still haven't done it. Like, it just ripped it open. But those of you guys that front ran it a little bit, IDK, yeah. I mean, well, you got to consider too. I always want to make sure that everybody that wants to have access to the best education or can have access to it. Like, you guys see these courses out here that are like $5,000, and it's like, really, no, that's silly. That's silly. TMF just chilling. Where are yields? That's what I want to look for. Where's the 10-year? Did that bounce like 4.5? No, 4.49, 4.449. Sorry. It's moving up. There could be a nice day trade setup on this thing today. And it would need a lot more. It would need to push up a lot higher for that to work. Or for it to qualify, not for it to work. You got scammed the other day. This guy said if I give him money, he will take a trade and then 10% profit, and he scammed you. IDK, here's the problem with that. Your whole entire mindset to approaching the market and trading is completely, sorry for the language, fucked up. Because the only reason why you would want to give somebody else randomly on the internet to trade for you is because you are focused on quick money. That's what it is. You're focused on trying to make money right now and not putting in the effort to actually have the skills to make money over time. A lot of people think the market is a fixed income instrument, or there's a short, quick, easy way out of it. And that is not the case. And I hate to say it this way. I'm sorry that you lost money due to that. But at the same time, there are certain things that you have to realize about your mindset and the way that you are approaching the market that are, if you continue operating that way, you will be guaranteed failure. Because you have to think about it like this. When I trade, I do not focus on the money at all. My only job in the market is to take high quality trades. That's it. The money is a byproduct of behaving with intelligence and in honestly a plan when you're getting into the market. So, and I know a lot of you guys are operating under that mindset right now, even though you don't necessarily realize it, because you're still focused on trying to scalp 1-minute candles. You'll see it eventually, but again, you guys still have time. Like, do you guys know how relaxed I am when I'm trading? Google, new highs. There we go. Boom. Nice. There you go. I agree with the SV about the scammers. Right. Like, the only reason why anybody would fall for that is because everybody is always just focused on trying to make quick money right now. You cannot be focused on that. You have to be focused on building the skills to continue making money for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. ES down. Is Google still holding on that? That's good. ES is getting a shark candle and Google having fun. Apple event in 15 minutes. All right, that's going to be interesting. We get that Apple event. Koru's still holding 860. That's fine. Right, Eddie, exactly. Like why would people go out and just want to take alerts? It's crazy. It's because everybody's just focused on the quick gains. And it's like, you guys, all right, let's just think about it like this. Ready? One, it's illegal. You can't do that. But do you guys know how much money I would personally make if I said I'm just going to give you guys alerts? I'd probably make upwards of 100 grand a month. But it doesn't help you. It helps me because then you never have the skills in order to have success. Do you know how many people ask me every single day, alerts, 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 this. No. Focus on the long-term gain. And they're just like, oh, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. Fail. It's not I provide the things for you guys if you want to have success. If not, you can just keep failing. That's okay. Google's still hanging up there, but watch out if this thing gets a little dirty. Yeah, that's fine, IDK. I mean, again, you can, as long as you take just the overall mindset of what, like, you're going to be able to apply that to a lot of different things. Do I think my strategies are going to help you out a lot more than all this other nonsense you see out there? Absolutely. I think you do a great job of teaching us how to. Thank you, one of one. Appreciate that. Google new highs. Pushing. You're in school right now watching it? Well, hey, here's another benefit too. You're young and you want to learn these types of things. That's awesome. Like we have like Tor in here. We had Tyler for a while. Like we have a lot of young kids in here that want to have that success. Starting young is great. But you got to make sure that you're learning efficiently. This is interesting. They might do some intervention. I mean, maybe not yet, but you could be getting into some intervention sometime soon. If this thing starts to sniff like 155 again, I mean, you might start to see the Bank of Japan come back in and start playing around. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, but that's different. That's like him saying what he does on stream. See, you're still doing it, IDK. Oh, I have a free trial? That's for VIX Insights. That's market research and single stock analysis for long-term things. Coin getting interesting? All right, let's see. I do like coin. Coin is on my radar this week. I mean, I could throw an alert on it. I'd probably like that, maybe. Something there. 10-year coming back up. What could the risk reward look like on? Well, it depends on when it breaks. Like if you were to see it like break today, I mean, you'd have something like this. You'd go boom, boom, boom. So it wouldn't look that good to the first TP, but with options, you could sling this thing and make the risk reward better. So the risk reward on actually isn't that good. VIX Insights is monthly? Yes. 15. Yeah, the risk reward on this one's not that good. I'd probably give it a day. I'd like this thing to not break out today. Just give it a minute. Because if it can chop around in here, then the risk to reward gets better. NVIDIA sub 900. Oh, that's interesting. Where NVIDIA's got... Whoa. I thought NVIDIA was doing... What happened to AMD? AMD back down. Ooh, interesting. Where's Koru? Is that thing still holding? 858. Same deal. Same deal. We also have CPI and PPI next week. That's going to be incredibly important. I think the possibility of that coming in a little lower than expected due to oil prices coming down is out there, and I don't think a lot of people are talking about that or considering it. So all over TikTok, I've been getting this perspective that you can easily make money trading and it's quick. So that's not true. Nope. Nope. Unless you put in the time, like it is. I mean, it is possible that you could come in, look at the watch list, understand what's happening, and make money. But that doesn't mean that you necessarily have the skills to have long-term success. And this is what's poisoning people's brains out there. Everybody thinks that trading is like they rope it in with like drop shipping and stuff. It's like you do realize that you are going against people and algorithms that are 10 times smarter than all of us are. Like you guys hear me talk about macro and everything, and like we give some really good insights, but like there are people out there that just are like in algorithms that are feeding people in this data, like, and somebody thinks that they can put their little cookie cutter nonsense setup out there and print money in the market. And I'm like, what are the social media space and trading is awful. It is awful, especially Forex. ES back up. CSGP. I think that's another chip, right? Because that was from the list. Maybe it's not. Texoff. Yeah, it is slow, but it is getting there. That one is getting there. I like this one. And again, IDK, that's the problem I have with it. It's like you were paper trading on MetaTrader yesterday. You made 2K profit. It was fun and addicting. Well, it depends on your account size, what you were risking, and also like you can't think about the money. Your only job is to make sure that you have the risk that you want on the trade, and then take a high quality setup. That's it. That's all it is. There are different ways of doing that, obviously, but AMD down, ES back down, 10-year back down. Trading is literally a zero-sum game. Think of it like competing against Olympic athletes. If you don't have a strategic advantage, you will most likely lose. Yep. 100%. Oh, I'm going to tweet something funny out right now. I put it in the draft. We'll post that. That was funny. That's a good one. High quality setups, not high quality sells. Again, I feel like you're just watching these idiot like Forex traders, man. Stop doing that. I don't get it. That is funny. You like that one? Dude, it's true. Make your goal consistency, not gains. Exactly. You can trade $1,000 account. You can trade $100,000 account. If you can't be consistent with $1,000 or $100 or whatever it is, you're never going to be consistent with larger amounts of money. All right, let's see. CGSP chilling. What's this? Coin? That's losing it there. I want it to hold. A Twisted Tea Party? That would be funny. Dude, my birthday's coming up too in like 20 days. I'm going to be 25. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I thought this was really funny too, because you guys know I look a little younger. Somebody commented on my YouTube stream. They're like, hey, I'm young too. I'm in high school. How old are you? And I was like, bro, I'm 24. I was like, dude, I'm not as young as you guys think I am. I'm 24. I'm about to be 25. Boomer. Dude, I am about to be a boomer. ES moving down. Yield's not moving is interesting. I think these are waiting for the auctions coming. I think we have a 3-year today. Yeah, 3-year note today. Tomorrow's a 10-year, which is going to be big, and then 30-year on Thursday. Those will be big. This group is the new group of soon-to-be millionaires. Cheers, SDV. Ben, you keep following along with what we've been doing here. It's going to be no time for you. If you aren't already there yet, you nailed that Pinduo Duo trade. 14 grand off that one from the Swing Kings watch list. Great work. The difference between 25 and 26 sounds different. Your son will be 26 in December. Oh, he's getting old. He's getting old. He's a boomer. What else? ES chopping around, not doing anything. Where's Koru? How's that looking? Nothing today, man. It's flatlined. I stream every day at 9 a.m. But remember, at the end of the month, we're transitioning the streams to no public streams, and then 2 times per week we're gonna be streaming for all the course members. Vix's courses are fire, especially the watch list. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that. Your RKT is up 110%, dude. That was another one. This fucking thing. We've nailed RKT enough times. Like, this one was good. It was just right on earnings. I couldn't really do anything with it. But yeah, this was another one I outlined for you guys with the yields coming down. Ooh, 10-year moving down. Hold up. Ten-year moving down. Hello, someone's buying bonds. Yeah, so the Babas that I have now, the ones that are completely free, are only up 55%. So no more YouTube live? No, we're going to be making a lot more YouTube videos. A lot more. We're going to be making a lot more research reports for you guys in VIX Insights, Twitter threads, Instagram Shorts, or Instagram Reels, TikToks, everything. Have you ever had a job like a 9 to 5? Nope. Nope. I mean, I've had jobs in the past, like when I was in college, but no. No, so yeah, that 50% off deal goes into the end of the month. For you guys to be able to hop in. Again, it's just like I don't have time to go through and just like teach out on the internet because I stream with you guys. I have all this other stuff going on. Like, there's so much BS out there, man, that people try to spew, and it's just like, what? But here's what we are gonna do too. We're gonna be making a lot more trading videos on this channel, and then I'm gonna have a new channel for the market insight stuff. You're right, Ralph. I mean, this is a little bit of a weird move though with the market and yields. Yields are still moving to the downside here, and the market is slipping. So could this be the dollar? We do have the Apple event coming in. No, the dollar's down. Well, it's flat on the day, but that's interesting. You also have, this is something that I feel like a lot. How long have I been trading? How many years? Probably like really seriously, probably like let's see, 7. But I've been learning about like markets and understanding like the Fed, CPI, like macro stuff that affects markets since I was 14. So I've been doing this for a while. Buying shares and custodial accounts back in the day, like dude, it's been fun. I've been doing this forever. We do have that Apple event coming in though. And the other thing I want to note for you guys is where is it? I tweeted this out yesterday. Buybacks should return in full strength as the bulk of companies have now reported an exited blackout period. So going into the end of last month, we still had, or really in the middle of last month, we had like 90-ish, 85, 90% of companies in their buyback blackout period, which means that they cannot go out and purchase shares on the open market if they have authorized buybacks. Now that number is sub 20%. So you could see any of these companies that have authorized share buybacks in the past providing some bids to the overall market. That is one of the reasons why that is one of the reasons why you've seen the market bounce. TMF going for pre-market highs? It should be. It's trying. It's not really moving with it. That's interesting. I mean, you're back down low on those yields, and this thing's just, it could get snappy in a second. And then start going. If that alert hits here, it'll definitely hit. Not, I mean, sort of out of the box. Sort of. But I've always been interested in it. Yeah, Apple has an event today. I think it starts in a minute. His first crush was a stock ticker? No, I mean, I bought AMD though back in like 2017, 2018. That's why like I own that thing at $11.39 and I had the first time that I sold shares in the big-ish position on it was last week. And I sold 100 shares, got like 16 grand back. So now I have some more cash to play around with in that account. What if they drove out a car at the event and said, "Psych, we lied, we have a car"? They wouldn't do that. Can someone tell Tesla to trade sideways from here? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, this can come down and touch the 10 and form a better range. I'm not like, guys, we can wait for it. It's not like we have to do anything. We're already up like 9% this month. Like, just wait for the setup to form, and then we'll be good to go. Got to go to your next class. IDK, you have a great rest of your day, buddy. I hope some of the things that I kind of tried to drill into your head today are going to make a lot more sense for you going into the future. But you got to have that long-term vision. Another Iron Condor day. Well, I mean, those condors would crush it. Thanks, bro. You're helping out a lot. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Nah, I don't really care about the Dow. They probably would, Daniel. They probably would. Well, I mean, the problem with Palantir, it's not a problem. It's just you have to wait. Alex Karp, I don't want to say he sees the future, but he's got a real good grasp on the AI industry and what the actual use cases of it are. One of the things that you hear a lot from these big like AI and LLM companies is that they're trying to figure out ways to monetize it and get beyond chat, which Palantir has been able to do for a while. And through these boot camps that they're running, which again, I don't think they've fully ramped up to their full potential yet, they're going to be able to generate a lot of clients from that because people just don't necessarily understand that the data that they have can be incredibly useful to them if they know how to use it. Like what Alex Karp said yesterday, he was like, well, a lot of these companies are saying, well, we don't have the data in order to use your products yet. And he's like, well, you do, you just don't know that you do. He's like, well, if you had Foundry, you'd be able to use this and this and this, and then you get your data to here, and then you could use this and do all these things. No, I only have the 10 Rect Customs. I only have the 10. I mean, I explained kind of why in the we covered it a lot in the mastermind with the new moving averages, but I might add a little section to the Swing King source of kind of how I use the 10, but it's in the mastermind for all you guys. I can't, there is no real brief explanation of it. It would take me a little longer. But yeah, I do go over it. I probably do have to add a what do you call it? There's TMF 48.45. Hope we get more profit. Dude, I've given you guys some killers this week already. Killers. We're up like 9% this month. Like, you want more? You want me to try and sling it for another 20% month? We could get there. I really just need like 2 more trades to fire off. That'll probably get me there. Which if like Koru and these hit full TPs, I really only need 1 more trade to do it. ES back up. Yeah, here goes TMF. Next target on TMF is what? It's like 51, I think. Yeah, it's 51. It's being able to see the forest and the trees at the same time. Yep. Yep. Yeah, Koru flap. I mean, it had a nice attempt here, but like it was just chopping between like 860 and 865 in the pre-market with no action. And I think like like South Korea had a holiday yesterday, so there's some like spillover nonsense coming into today. So we got to see what happens with these. The dollar bounced a little. TMF is just screwing around. I mean, ideally on the 10-year, I want to see this thing try and get down to, I mean, this would be interesting, but really it's like 435 is kind of what I want to see on the 10-year to see how it reacts. A lot of people were talking about this trend line. I just don't agree with it. Like a lot of people were trying to like draw this trend line to fit their narrative, but like you can't really do that. Like if you look at this, even on the 4-hour, like you try and draw a trend line on the 10-year right now, this is what you look for. So you have this low. You go and tap here. You don't even tap a third time. Even if you make it tap, you still have a little bit room to the downside. 3 touches. But what people were doing is they were doing like this. Or like they were doing it like this, where it was like coming up here. And I was like, that's not how you draw a trend line. Like you could be right in your analysis, but like even if this is it, like you would be looking at something like this. So you still have more room down, even if you were to give it 3 touches, which is one of the reasons why I don't like trend lines. I'm not a fan of them. And I don't really use them ever. But like looking at that, it kind of made me think, I was like, well, maybe they're right, but the overall thesis of why yields are coming down or should come down has not changed. Apple stock not caring much about the event. Well, it's going to take some time for them to get there. What is holding SPY up with the larger components red? I don't know. That's interesting. So this trade's doing great. TMF looking good. What is that at now? 48.46. Nice. Tessie down 3. Dollar bounced. Where's USD JPY? It's just rejecting off the 10 there. Nothing crazy. The 3-year auction later today could screw around with this. There's a lot of demand for it, though. I mean, these bond yields could go to Neverland. That is very possible as well. Neo looks fun. Neo has looked fun. There wasn't really a good entry for me on it. If this thing can really tighten up in here, I'll go wild on it. Because if Neo can get going, it'll be like an ACB. So actually, how is ACB doing? No, I mean, this one was great. I was not able to capitalize on this full one. I ditched this day as it started coming back down. But this was the nasty ACB trade that we had last month. 1 to 16 risk to reward on the swing. I mean, I think it came out to like a 1 to 9 with the scale outs. 1 to 10, something like that on the scale outs. What platforms do I use to swing trade? Just Webull. And then I have another big account that I've gotten more active in. But it's not even worth mentioning that brokerage because nobody's going to be able to use it. So Webull's great. TD Ameritrade's great. Thinkorswim. You could even use Robinhood if you wanted to. I mean, I'd have to look and see if you can set up those stop loss take profit orders on Robinhood, but ES right back up. Where's Google? Google's still looking good for you guys. It's a Lizard exclusive brokerage. You could say that. Yeah, the free Babas that I have right now are only up 47%. But remember, if the rest of this goes to 0, the entire trade will have been up 65%, which I'm kind of slinging it on it. Like I want to see what can happen with Baba on earnings, which is why I'm leaving some of that trade for earnings. Because you started to see the market react a lot more positively to China. So if those numbers come out where they should, it could be really solid. PDD seems to have chilled out. Don't they have earnings coming up? Nah, that's gonna need a lot more time. But yeah, they do have earnings coming up. Maybe we could get another fun PDD trade. Where's Yin today? Because I think Yin was down a decent amount in the pre-market. Yeah, Yin's down 3.7% today. I mean, my shares are down in here, mid-20s. Still really nicely green on that one, but coming down a little. That's fine. That thing's been on a rocket ship since when? Middle of last month. Rocket ship. That one's been fun. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go for Baba as well on this setup, and why I gave you guys PDD. Like this one, the front run on this was perfect. So the first TP here, it could have been this, but it wasn't. It was really at this gap where I was selling these. I mean, they were up like 150-ish%, which is decent, but I had a lot of time on them because I wanted to be able to make the whole thing free with a bunch of profit, like the 65% that I'm talking about, and then be able to hold through earnings completely risk-free. Like, again, I'll say it again. If the rest of the position goes to zero, I've still made 65% on my total investment. If the Fed swaps out the bank's shitty bonds for higher yield bonds, what would TLT do? Why would they, what do you mean swap out the bank's shitty bonds for higher yield bonds? They're not, yeah, that doesn't make sense, really. We also have a really fun mastermind tonight. I forgot to tell you. The mastermind tonight is a fun one. Oh, we're not going to go as tinfoily as we could, even though I have, but this is a real fun one because we're starting into kind of the macro Federal Reserve, kind of reading the data. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we got mastermind at 6 p.m. tonight. Looking forward to it. Oh, it's going to be fun, Daily Taylor. Again, maybe on that other YouTube channel, we'll go tinfoily with it and talk about all the other stuff, but we got to go through like the actual history of like what it's there for and things like that. But lizard history lesson, sorta. We sorta are. 10-year dropping. Boom, baby. Boom. What are those at now? See, TMF's not really moving on this. Like, TMF should be up more than it is today. Let's go, masterminds. Yeah, you guys. I mean, the mastermind's been awesome. Yeah, those are going up more. Bailout solution getting floated. The underwater bonds at 2% are swapping for a new high. Yeah, they already have BTFP, so they don't have to. All right, so here's what the Fed basically did in BTFP, guys. They basically said, we know that you own bonds that are worth, let's say, 100 par value, but they're trading at 80. We're going to give you a loan for the full value of them in the meantime, just to make sure that you can meet your depositors' needs. The problem is the Fed was stupid enough, which I don't think they were stupid enough. I think they did this on purpose, but to set the interest rate on those loans lower than what you could basically park your money overnight at the Fed. So those banks were just taking the money from the Fed. We talked about this last week in the VIX Insights research report. Obviously, it's more in depth, but they basically were just taking the free money, parking it at the Fed, getting basically a risk-free rate of return on the money that the Fed was giving them to help out with their depositors' needs, which they didn't do, really. That VIX Insights research report is an awesome one for those of you guys that haven't read that one yet. And there's like a 1-week free trial. You can read all the research reports right now. Dude, every time I open up Twitter and Antonio Brown tweets, I just chuckle. Every one is funny. Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're not. Johnny, send me a link to what you're talking about. That might be like a specific thing. Apple launches new iPad. All right. Dude, TMF should be up more than this. It could be the decay on it though. That's also possible with the 3 times levered ETF. That's a possibility. I mean, if we get down to here, 4427 this high, we might be good there. Again, there's been a lot of people out there that are make this their livelihood that have been saying bond yields are going to continue higher, and I just disagree. Again, once I have my thesis and I develop it, I just stick to it. We've basically been short bond yields, or what you could say as being long duration since up in here. So that's been fun. That's been a good trade. Where's Koru? Not moving today. Just no volume on this thing. That's fine. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta grab water. Remember, team, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Give me like 2 seconds. The Kentucky Derby race, dude. I was talking to my buddy who like we were hanging out with, and then all the owners of that horse. Like, dude, it was devastation. It was devastation. All right, we're back. Yeah, dude. See, if that race was a step longer, Sierra had it. Oh man, that was a tough one. We were watching that one in the bar at like a bathroom break on this party bus, and I was like, oh no. It looked like Sierra had it at first. There goes 10-year new lows. Or it might just be hanging out at the lows. Yeah. I mean, there's more races. The thing won the race that I saw. The horse won the race that I saw. The people you meet at these things and hang out with, though, are ridiculous. Especially where I was. I was in like the craziest spot that you could possibly be in at the racetrack that I went to. And it was ridiculous. Like the people you're meeting, it's one of the conversations that we were having is like which plane somebody was gonna get next. Like, I do a lot of cool things, guys. I don't just sit here and do this all day. It's like, this is for you guys. Rivian almost red already. Damn. Hopefully you took some profits on that, Daily Taylor. Koru coming down. Yeah, it's just a chop fest today, guys. Were the women wearing hats? Not that I noticed at where I was. Not there. But there was a lot of them. I had a pretty epic suit too. My suit was pretty epic for that weekend. You learned from the best. Yes, you did, Daily Taylor. They don't call me the Swing King for no reason. Corey, let's get our head out of our you-know-whats here and get up to 9 so then I can make some more money and then hang out, you know? You got out of Rivian with a good profit? Nice. Yeah, I was looking at it. I just, again, this week, I mean, I've had a lot of trades that have done well. And you guys know how picky I am. You're doing the free trial? There you go. Mastermind 1,000 and 300 for the courses. Well, with the mastermind, you also get access to the courses. So the courses come with the mastermind. But the mastermind, remember, is like, we're on week 9. It's like what, an hour or two a week? Or you could just get the courses, the 50% off deal. Again, you get both of them for the price of one until the end of the month. You're worth it, bro. I just need to raise the funds. There you go. Yeah. Anytime you guys are ready. You'll get the course soon. There you go, Sadie. Yeah, so you get both of them. You get the day trading mastery course with that strategy that's had like 16 winning months in a row now, I think. And I don't just say that. Like, I go through 10 months of last year and show you all of the trades that are taken with it, along with the strategy. And then the Swing Kings course, teaching you guys how to find stocks that are about to explode before they do. And then sending you guys that watch list every single week. Daily Taylor, thanks, buddy. It's worth it. I'll probably end up rewatching a lot of them because it's just so much info. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, and I can throw the link in here for you guys too, but it's pinned to the top of the live chat. There you go. Yields bounced a little there, but nothing crazy. Morning, SCV and gang. What's up, Christopher? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, but the mastermind's awesome. That's giving you guys like the college level financial education that like I wish everybody had. Taking the strategies a little bit further, giving you guys more strategies. I think we gave you guys like 5 additional strategies in that one. Now we're getting into the fun part, which is like reading macro data, but we first have to explain why the Fed is there. That's tonight. So I know a lot of you guys are confused about the Fed. We're going to go through the history of the Fed tonight. So that's going to be a fun one. That's why I was saying like you could go tinfoily with it, but we're not going to go that tinfoily. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. My kids will watch them someday too. I have 2 that really want to learn. Daily Taylor, that is awesome. They ever have questions, man? You let me know. I've been watching for a couple years. I like the attitude and results. I wish I could develop the discipline, but gambling on options got the best of me over time. Ultra. Yeah, that is one of the main reasons why I teach the way that I do. One of the things that you'll hear me harp on a lot is, so no Titanic section? No. One of the things you'll hear me harp on a lot, Ultra, is that once you can understand the data and the strategy behind what you're doing, it makes it basically impossible, and it takes away the want for you to ever gamble, because you're like, why would I ever do that? It doesn't make sense. Like, did my parents teach you the market? Not really. Sort of. Not really. Like in some cases, but no. Most of the stuff I learned on my own. Like 90%, I'd say. 85. Let's say 85. Once you know how the Fed works, you can't help develop the trust issue. Well, all right, I'll give you one thing. I mean, this isn't what we're going to talk about tonight, but if you think about like, if you Google, how does the Fed get the money to buy government bonds? The answer is from the interest on the bonds that they already own. So it's like, well, where do they get the money to buy those? Huh? How about, you ever think of that? Nobody ever thought that they would ask that question now, did they? Oh, you're having kids soon and they will learn this before English? There you go, man. Again, financial literacy is one of the things that is just, we need a lot more of. I can go a little off topic here, but I think everybody would agree with this. All these dumbasses, like protesting whatever cause that they think they are on college campuses, they are morons. All sides. They're all stupid. Here's why. What they should be protesting, well, that's going to make everybody angry here. Don't care. It's all stupid. What you should be protesting is the super high amounts of inflation. You're not going to have a job that pays. You're never going to buy a house. Interest rates are too high. The home prices are not coming down. That's the stuff you should be protesting, because that's what's actually going to affect you in your day-to-day livelihood. Everybody's like, oh, yeah, let's just do this. It's like, great. Have fun. You are doing nothing. They all have the ability to actually like try and do some good with like getting together and forming these groups and saying, hey, this is wrong. We should be able to buy a house. We should be able to have jobs that have all these things. It's not complicated. It's very simple. It's very simple. Everybody's focused on the wrong things because their levels of financial literacy are basically zero. If you were to do it on a scale of 0% to 100%, it's maybe 5%. None of these people that are graduating understand that, I hate to say it, they're screwed, completely screwed. My generation, absolutely, like, they're done. You know why? One, you're still seeing layoffs. The cost of living is much higher. Rents are higher. Cost to buy a home is higher. Cost to buy everything is higher. You can't do anything. There's no way to, no, nothing. Unless you are in a position like maybe somebody like me, I don't even say maybe, like, then you're pretty much done. Sorry. And it just is like, it's mind boggling that people don't understand what they're about to go into in the real workforce. And they're just going to get smacked with a freight train and be like, oh, what? Maybe that's what we should have been talking about. Maybe we should get all of the people in the government to actually like try and help these things. But no, it's crazy. And I heard an interesting comment. It's like a lot of these people are looking for like a cause. And it's like, great, you have a great one. The cause is that you're all screwed. You won't live in caves, we'll just have to change. Well, you'll own nothing and be happy. The World Economic Forum's already told you. I hate to go down this route, but like, dude, you look at the inflation data, you look at credit card delinquencies. They're at 2008 highs. The consumer is screwed. Everybody's putting everything on credit. And everybody thinks it's a great idea to just be like, oh yeah, let's do this now. It's like, no, you have a cause. You have something that you could easily try and change with the ability that you have, and vote for it. Figure, what app am I trading out? Webull, Trade-of-8, and Ninja Trader. We already own nothing. Right. And I think that's something that, like, regardless of what you fit, and again, people are just going to feed into the nonsense on either side of what you think about what's going on. Whatever. It's like, all right, well, you have a cause that everybody could get behind right now. And the cause is you're all screwed. Like, you're done. You're not going to be able to own a house. The problem, all right, we can take this a little further. I talked about this in one of the Twitter threads, but okay. So you don't have any sort of financial security. All right, so then how are you going to make a long-term commitment to somebody else and get married and have children? Okay, you're not. So then what happens to productivity of a society over time? It goes down. So then what happens? Well, you could get into deflation, which is terrible. It's just like, I don't get it. I mean, I do get it. It's very easy for people to fall into this nonsense, but like, come on now. That's a good taste when we're about to get to the masterclass. No. I'm not going crazy in the masterclass today. Rum on the daily, SoFi on the daily. Let me take a look at that. Oh, I like this. Oh, Reaper with the ticker call out. Oh, I love that, dude. So what am I thinking of beginning a family? Well, the problem is there's a lot. I mean, I've talked about it with Ralph and everybody else in this group I'm in, but like the problem are all right, I can't even go down this route. There are certain things that you get, let's just put it this way. There are certain things that you get to see being in my position, being a young person, that you first, like, you guys, I can like see things in different ways and extrapolate. Like, there's just it's very niche of where you have to go. STV family channel. No, but dude, I love this. Oh, you know what I don't love? Earnings next Tuesday. Damn it. SoFi is going to be good. Oh, SoFi's probably been pumping with rates coming down. No, but I like this a little bit. Lizard Vision? No, it's like, I can't even explain it because it's going to sound offensive. But the way that I explain it is it's both sides. It's all sides. Maybe I'll do a VIX Insights research report on this for you guys, so that I don't get like completely banned on social media, because they would, man. Is Rumble a dating site? No, but it's where we're gonna have to go if I keep talking about this stuff with you guys. SUV full filter engaged. I always have a filter on. That's not true. Well, it's kind of true. Actually, you do have. Ooh, I kind of like this. Already had they didn't do very well on earnings though. I don't know. I'll keep it on the radar, but I don't know on those. Do it. I'll make one for you. We could start going full craziness on VIX Insights. We can do whatever we want on there. It's not like anybody's gonna tell me no. We probably shouldn't though. We'll release a little bit of the spice on it, little bit, because the macro implications of what these things do to an economy are important and are things that you have to realize. And the interesting thing is that like people and I think Ralph, you've seen this, like the people in the older generations don't necessarily like see it the way that I do because I'm with them all the time. Yeah, is that the guy, Romeo? Is that the guy that said like he basically didn't understand why the government prints money? Was it that guy? What's up from Alaska? What's up, man? How you doing? Koru doing absolutely nothing today. TMF just hanging out at that first target. That's not bad. That was hilarious. Dude, it's scary because like we all know these things. Like remember I used to say, did I ever tell you guys this one? It's like if the government's just going to print money, why do we have taxes? Like why? I mean, you could screw around with corporate tax. There's a lot of things that you can do. You laughed hard watching his explanation. I didn't laugh. Like I didn't think it was funny. I actually thought it was terrifying. About to go for a run in the North Pole, Alaska? That's awesome, man. Congrats. Yeah, that's cool, man. Dude, it's finally starting to get nice out in Boston now. Boston in the summer is the nicest. It's so nice. In the winter, it's hell. It's awful. The wind next to where I live is like you'll see people get blown over. It's rough. I've served, and so I've seen it all. If the people can ever come together, their power would be immense, but we focus on distractions as a cycle. I'm with you. Yeah, like I'm not talking about like my opinion on anything that's going on. I'm saying that the fact that they're not talking about the things that are actually going to affect them is just mind-boggling. Like sometimes you got to be a little selfish. Like be a little selfish. This has been a great stream. Thanks, Tor. I wonder if a big world event is some sort of resale event before it becomes disastrous for all of our kids. The problem, yeah, you could think about it like this. It's like, well, if any sort of really big like market turmoil is going to happen, you see contagion. What do you think is going to happen? Like the Fed's going to step in, the government's going to do. They already did it. That was what the VIX Insights research report was on for this past weekend for you guys. The removing interest rate risk from the market. Have a great day, you too, buddy. Your roommate is from Boston. Oh, that's it. Cambridge is fun. How are we feeling about SPY here? Also, when's meeting? We had Kashkari comments a lot earlier than we thought we were going to get them, but I mean, this is just chop fest. This makes no sense to be trading. I'm just riding out the swings that I have. I mean, this hit my first TP today. Well, this is the 10-year. I'm long TMF, which is the 3 times levered version of like long duration, like 20-year treasuries. I also still have the Koru, which is still sitting up very nicely. I want to see this thing go to 9. I have the free Babas that are getting hit today, but it doesn't matter because if those go to 0, I've still made 65% on my initial investment. USD JPY is getting interesting here. Not that I'm going to touch anything on it, just that it's been moving up pretty significantly. How do we subscribe to Insights? I can throw the link in the live chat. There also, I didn't realize I could do this, but there's a 1-week free trial to that as well. So that's VIX Insights right there. You should be able to get the 1-week free trial there as well, unless you just want to pay it. It's $15 a month. It's nothing. But right now we have 2 of kind of the macro level research reports out and a single stock research report out for you guys too, which is where I think a lot of you guys are going to find a lot of value in it. You're seeing a bunch of money coming in the next 15 years where the younger generations won't have any financial literacy. Well, we've talked about this in the past, and I've written some Twitter threads about this. When that money gets passed down to younger generations, there's a couple of different things that can happen. One is you see aggressive selling of higher priced real estate because one, the people are not going to want to live in those areas and they're not going to want to pay for the upkeep of those properties. So they sell them. Who are they selling them to? Well, probably going to be somebody like a BlackRock. I mean, that kind of got disproven. It's more so Blackstone, but let's just say these private equity groups that are going to come in and scoop up these houses. The second thing is that if you guys didn't know this, there's something called the federal estate tax exemption. In 2025, that exemption, meaning that you do not have to file a federal estate tax return, you do have to file inheritance tax in 6 states, but a federal estate tax return will only apply to you if you make, I think it's 27, or if you have in your estate above right now, it's like 13, I think it's $27.2 million. In 2025, that gets cut in half. And then the maximum tax rate goes up from 40% to 45%. So the timing of that is a bit peculiar as all of these baby boomers are starting to get a lot older, and that's where a lot of the concentration of wealth is. So the government wants their cut. So that's what you're probably going to see is a lot of these big estates getting taxed out the you-know-what after 2025, unless they extend it, which with the current way things are, I don't think they're going to. But these are things, guys, like you got to know these things. These are things we all have to know. SV's generation will eventually have to struggle financially at some point. Every generation has to. That's where they are now. Like they are now. It's just a different way of seeing it. Like the struggle isn't like there's a lot of people that I know that still live at home. Or they just moved out like 3 years after college. Ten-year. Uh-oh. Amount we're taxed is criminal. I agree with that. You know how much I pay in taxes, dude? Pay attention or pay a premium. There you go, Sadie. You're catching on. You're catching on. Oh, here we go on the 10-year. Selling. There we go. Are we finally going to get a little boost? There we go. Little boost on the TMFs. Nothing crazy. I mean, it's at what, like 48, 60 something. My next target's 51. That'll be fun. My stops are at break even now. Realized a little bit of profits on it. So we're going to see what happens there. Still have the Koru. Koru's popping back up there a little bit. The auctions this week and starting later today, you have a 3-year no auction, you have a 10-year tomorrow, you have a 30-year on Thursday. So those are going to move things around a little bit. RTX testing that level again. Dude, RTX has been a tough one to get right. RTX has been a tough one to get right. I think, I was saying this to Ralph yesterday, and one of the reasons why I was a little bit weirded out with holding some of these trades is because I have not hit like a full stop out in a long, in like what, 5 weeks, a month, almost more than that. So in those times where like almost everything I touch is turning to gold, I'm like, it feels weird. Like, I don't like it. Like, you guys know I was up like over 20% last month. I'm already up over like 9. It should be 9 now this month. But like in times like that, when I'm just like firing over and over and over, it's like, it's not the time to start pushing it. It's the time to kind of take a step back and say, all right, where's the next shift going to be? So, I mean, you guys on Swing Kings have seen just the nasty ones, but like RTX was, I think, the only one that I took a loss on in like the last month. Well, that's not true. We had the Micron, but that was part of it. That was a hedge. So RTX and Micron. But it feels weird. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, look at me. Like, no. That's weird. Like, I expect to have losers. Calling them takers. I don't know about that. Because at the end of the day, if they were to generate enough wealth and they have a decent amount of financial literacy, the younger generations do get to benefit from that. Here we go on yields. There we go. I did not see that shoot the moon. That's interesting though. But guys, it is 10:45. That is going to be wrapping up the stream for today. Remember, you guys have access to that 50% off deal on all my education until the end of the month. If you guys haven't taken advantage of that yet, I would highly consider it. Again, that 50% off deal goes into the end of the month, and that's when these streams are going to be fully transitioned into the people that are in the courses, so I can have the time to make more videos surrounding some of the topics that obviously we were talking about in the streams today. But again, I mean, you guys have seen just the absolute amount of dirty money printing we've been doing. The day trading mastery course is still absolutely filthy. But again, most of what you should be doing is swinging. It is what you should be doing. But team, again, once you guys hop in there and you guys have any questions on anything, you guys just shoot me a message on Instagram or Twitter. And we're good to go. And make sure that you follow, once you hop in, the @STV Swing Kings account. Shoot that account a message with your email you signed up with, and I'll accept that follow request. Please don't send any more messages on there, though, because I don't check that unless it's the weekend. So if you need your questions answered, I'm always around. Just please do it on the main Twitter account, ShortTheVix1, or the Instagram. So team, I'll see you guys later. Another fun day. I mean, we got our nice move with yields. We're having our nice move with yields. Hopefully Koru can kind of start making that move up to 9 for us, and then we see what we can get going into the rest of this week, especially after all of these bond auctions. So team, I'll see you guys later. Peace.